Hello and welcome to Chanakya's Face Off. Today we have with us political analyst and critic Mr. Sriram Seshadri. It's a great pleasure talking to him today about various aspects. We have a lot to ask. Let's get to. Welcome to Chanakya, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Or greetings to all the Chanakya viewers.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to start with the recent political happenings in Tamil Nadu. First,
Right.
what is your take on the bipole that's going to happen in the Erode East constituency? How
It's a
important is this?
okay. I'll come to the how important it is later on. It's going to be a very interesting bipole. Probably, it is going to create so much of sensation after, uh, the one that happened in when Jayalalitha what got arrested in Chennai, right? Where TTV Dinagaran and the same set of equations are happening now.
Mm.
So why it is important or what is interesting is currently ADMK, BJP, PMK and TMC are all in NDA alliance. They have not announced their breakup yet. TMC was awarded this seat in 2021. So TMC, Tamil Manila Congress, Vasan has expressed that he cannot contest again. They
Mhm.
have few reasons also. Number one, it is bipole against the ruling party. Naturally, the probability of the ruling party combined DMK winning is higher. And why should I spend my money and time and effort and then get certain percentage of vote which will diminish GK Vasan's chances of negotiating further in 2024 and 2026. So that is the reason why he didn't want to contest. Second, ADMK expressed their interest to contest. ADMK now is split into like a WhatsApp group, right? TTV Dinagaran is one group and OPS is one group and EPS is one group, and then God knows what other groups they may have. But according to Election Commission, there are only two ADMK factions that exist. Number one, it is OPS faction and EPS faction. But in the records of Election Commission, the co-convener and convener, which is EPS is a co-convener and O Pannirselvam is a convener of the party, is the official record. So in Form B, if ADMK had to contest on two-leaf symbol, both of them had to sign the Form B for contesting that. So that is where the challenge would be. OPS has just announced yesterday, I believe, that he is going to field his candidate in the fray, and then he had also announced that if Election Commission gives an independent symbol, he will contest on that. So the fight is starting now.
Mm.
If I were an advisor to OPS, would have said sign the Form B. The simple reason is the larger fight. You can lose the battle for the war. But OPS is sticking to his gun of not signing this Form B and then starting the fight now itself. It's too premature because Supreme Court case, God only knows how it will go. Whether Supreme Court is going to award that the interim general secretary is valid or not. So he is taking this fight to the street. So the cadres are not going to be happy because ADMK will lose if they split into two and then not use the two-leaf symbol. So cadres are not going to be happy, and then they are going to blame OPS for that, for not accommodating and then signing this. This is a simple thing that he could have given up. So it is an ego battle that is going on, and then OPS will be branded as by the cadres as ditching the two-leaf symbol.
Mm.
The third aspect is Annamalai, BJP headed by Annamalai. What they are going to do, they have not announced yet. But if I were an advisor, I would say stay away, because you are not going to gain anything out of it, whereas there are a lot more to lose. Unless and otherwise, Annamalai feels that they have a 12 to 15% vote that they can get. Then their bargaining power, the growth he can establish that BJP is growing in Tamil Nadu and then create a significant narrative in 2024. If that ground reality is not there, Annamalai should stay away and then say it is ADMK's call and that we are in alliance and all those niceties, and then stay away from that. Because two reasons. Number one, if ADMK contests in two-leaf symbol against Congress, ADMK will win. that will give a powerful narrative in 2024 that already DMK government regime is unpopular. So that is why I'm saying that even OPS should sign the Form B, and Annamalai should stay away and then provide all support, so that DMK, the narrative in 2024 can be that DMK lost its popularity in the first 20 months itself. And that is the reason that, that is why it is becoming very, very important, very, very interesting, by-election compared to RK Nagar, where RK Nagar had all other fiascos. But here, it is very, very important because the common enemy for all of them is, DMK, and one can score a point against them, but for their ego hassles that exist today.
Okay, here is one question, sir, because the winner of that constituency was from Indian National Congress, and
Right.
looks like Congress may retain that seat, and that's what we are expecting. So, when the DMK faction is, trying to give it back to Congress, should the NDA not project BJP as the fight between two national parties?
Okay, Congress won this constituency in 2021 for two reasons. Number one, at that point in time, again, it was a Congress versus TMC fight. And ADMK generally doesn't transfer its votes to their allies in the past elections that we have seen. And Yuvraj lost from TMC, lost by 8,000 votes. It's a big margin, no doubt about it. But Yuvraj also was a popular candidate because Erode East is it is a working community constituency, because Erode West is where all the industries are there. Erode East is where all the working community resides. Minority population is high, about 40,000 people of minority population. So that is the reason why BJP should not contest, because naturally it will go to Congress favor. Second is, Congress, unless otherwise, EVK is another son, or EVK Ilangovan
Sorry to
himself.
interrupt you, but should I take it as BJP is yet not popular in Tamil Nadu among the working class?
Not that way, but the question is it the time for BJP to test its
Yes.
strength
Hmm.
at this point in time when a larger election of 2024 is there? So imagine, let's, even for a hypothetical case, imagine that BJP, by getting all the support, crosses about 20 percentage mark. ADMK will claim that that 20 percentage is mine, and then yours is zero. Say, for example, hypothetical case, BJP contests on their own, defying the alliance, and then get anywhere between 4 to 5% vote. Then people will, especially DMK, will claim, and ADMK, when the alliance is broken, will claim that BJP has not grown in the state. Now the growth is there, but is that going to reflect to 12 to 15 percentage vote share? Is not to be. This is not the time to test it, especially another 9 months, 10 months time. There is going to be a larger election. So I would say that stay calm. Don't try to compete at this point in time, and then enable us vote split. If OPS is going to contest, EPS is going to contest, and Seaman not going to contest, because if because of EVK's Ilango and families, if someone from that family is going to contest, Seaman and announce that Nam Tamilar Katchi is not going to contest in that bypoll. So if that is going to be the equation, the opposition votes are going to be split. Then why do you actually enable DMK to win and then Congress to win, and then create a narrative that DMK is very popular, and the narrative that is being said that DMK, the law and order situation is bad, and DMK has not fulfilled its promises, lot of price hikes, and then all those government rate increases like water tax and property tax, electricity charges, has not impacted the common man at all. Why do you give that narrative? So instead, enable ADMK to win, so that 2024 can be fought on a much more stronger ground. I think that is where political parties may lose because of their ego hassle. BJP should contest. If ADMK and all other allies say that yes, we will support you, then there is a chance of a equal fight. But not happening, that OPS wants to contest, EPS wants to contest, and then BJP also puts their candidate in the fray, then it is going to be a vote split and disaster for all the three parties put together. So in my opinion, unless otherwise it's a unanimous decision that BJP would contest and then every other party will support, BJP should stay away and then just be a mute spectator, in my humble opinion.
Great, sir. You spoke about the transfer of votes. When ADMK, you said that ADMK is not known for transfer of votes to the
Yes,
allies.
yes.
So, is this something that is boiling down to the level of each party's cadres, and what kind of an impact will it have, even if ADMK is going to contest in this constituency?
Okay, both DMK and ADMK, DMK at least stays very loyal to its allies. DMK and DMK cadres, and then the lower rung leaders, the first and second, bottom two levels of leaders, they listen to their central leadership and then stay loyal to their alliance partners and then work on the ground. On the contrary, ADMK is not known. Even from Jayalalitha days, ADMK has never transferred its full votes to their allies. There are few exceptions, of course, but generally, if there is an alliance that is happening between ADMK and other national parties, ADMK has never transferred its votes to their national parties, especially. Maybe to some regional parties, yes. But in the last 8-10 years, ADMK has never transferred its votes to their allies. That is
What
the
do you think is the reason for that?
the
It's an
reason
interesting
is the
concept.
lower rung leaders are not working towards transferring these votes. See, and especially Edappadi Palaniswamy has a knack of dragging the alliance decision and finalizing the seats and etc. till the nomination date, or even to the extent of nomination withdrawal date. Whereas DMK freezes that about a month or so before, and then the chemistry amongst the cadres are being worked out. The instructions are very clearly given to the lower rung leaders, below the district secretary level, general secretary level, and then below that level, the clear instructions are given. Of course, there are several cases the DMK also has ditched their alliance partners, but in a majority, DMK stays loyal to their alliance partners. I say this from the Jayalalitha days because if DMK is committed to be an alliance partner in the government, they stay at least till majority of the time. Unlike Jayalalitha pulled down the government in 13 days, DMK has never done that to neither Congress nor to BJP. In 2001, Vajpayee government, in the last 6 months, they came out knowing very well that they have a chances of winning Tamil Nadu in a bigger way if they moved out of BJP. So Karunanidhi made a wise decision. That's a very political decision. 2004 to 2014, DMK stayed with Congress in the thick and thin of 2008, when the government was about to fall because of communists pulling out of the support to Manmohan Singh on the 123 agreement with America, on nuclear agreement with America. But DMK stood with the alliance and then ensured that the government did not fall. 2009 also they did that. Of course, they got their share of benefits by in the corruption and other ministerial level berths, but they stood with the alliance. But ADMK is never known to stand with the alliance and then support their alliance throughout the journey, because they are much more what is in it for me, or the leadership ego is much more higher. That is the reason ADMK is never known for transferring its votes to their allies, especially to the national parties,
Sir,
whereas
having
DMK can.
Sir, having said that, how do you see the health index of the NDA alliance in the coming 2024 Lok Sabha elections?
I believe that either BJP will walk out of ADMK alliance, or ADMK will snap its ties with BJP. Especially if Annamalai puts his candidate in this by-election, then the decision is loud and clear that the NDA is broken, because Anbumani Ramadas is already moving towards DMK alliance, and it's also another important point for BJP to break away from ADMK in 2024, because DMK at this point in time has a much stronger alliance partners, 12-party alliance, in that more prominent are two communists, Congress, VCK, and DMK. So that's a very, very strong alliance they have. And then chemistry wise, it has worked out. They have worked together for last 8 to 10 years. 2019, they have won. 2021, they had won. Of course, there have been a lot of hiccups. There have been a lot of unpleasantness in the local body election. The chairman position was not offered as per the agreement to the alliance partners. But nevertheless, the alliance has stayed very strong so far. And if that alliance continues, 2024 is going to be a cakewalk for DMK in spite of all the anti-incumbency that they have generated in the last 20 months. But the only way the DMK can be broken, DMK can be defeated, is breaking the alliance. And there is no go for Congress, VCK and Communist Party. They had to stay with the DMK alliance because there is no other go for them, unless otherwise they want to go and contest on their own, which they cannot because they will lose their deposit. So only alliance partner is ADMK. Because BJP is sitting there, none of these parties, maybe VCK can make a compromise and then go and join, but Congress and Communists cannot go join ADMK alliance. So if Edapadi walks out of BJP alliance or ND alliance in 2024, then Congress, Communist and VCK has much more bargaining power with DMK. Otherwise, whatever DMK gives it to them, they had to take it without any option. They cannot just like that walk out of the alliance. Whereas when they have an option, two things can happen. Either they can quit the alliance and then go and join with the ADMK for better prospects or better number of seats, or stay with DMK alliance and then bargain for larger pie of the share. Then that is also going to create a rift in DMK camp, because at this point in time, what I hear is DMK is willing to give 5 seats to Congress, 1 each for Communist, and then maximum 2 for VCK, which is about 9 seats. So 30 seats DMK wants to contest on their own. Imagine if the bargain changes and then they had to cough up about another 8 or 10 seats. Those 8 or 10 seats, DMK will ensure that the alliance partner loses. So that is another benefit for the opposition camp. So in all, keeping all these calculation in mind, I feel ADMK will walk out of the alliance, because otherwise ADMK is not going to win even a single seat. And remember, under Edapadi's lead, 2019 they lost, 2020 local body election they lost, 2021 general state assembly they lost, 2021 again the local body they lost. 4 election losses under Edapadi's leadership. 5th election, he cannot afford to lose the 5th election, run up to 2026 assembly. Then his leadership will be challenged by the cadres themselves, and maybe they may go to VK Sashikala or Dinagaran to come and take over. All these might happen. So Edapadi runs the risk of not losing 2024. One may say that 2026 is only the target. 2024 probably it is not ADMK's election to be won, but Edapadi actually is running a very huge risk if he loses 2024 miserably. Miserably, I mean, at least they should win more than 2 seats, because last time they won 1. At least 2 or more seats they should win. And that is where I talk miserably. Or comfortably, at least they should win 8 to 9 seats. Otherwise, Edapadi's leadership will be challenged by various other people in the party itself.
Perfect, sir. Thank you on that. And what is your opinion on how the DMK government has handled the mishap in the Vengevayal village?
Very miserably. Very miserably, for a simple reason. Even today, I think we are discussing on 21st January, almost about 4 weeks this incident had happened, nearly 4 weeks. The Adi Dravidar Nalatturai Amaichar, which is the minister responsible for scheduled tribe and scheduled caste, right, has not even visited that place. Forget about any other people. Forget about any other leadership. Ideally, a CM should have visited and then stood by the oppressed class, right?
But the collector has acted instantly. She
What
has.
action? What
No,
action has been taken? What action has been taken? Nothing.
the people of the village were taken to the temple. They had many issues, and mixing of the human excretion to the water tank is one of the most what word can I put for that? kind of act that has happened. But the collector has acted, taking the people of Vengevayal to the temple from which they were banned from entering immediately. And she also took actions for clearing out the two tumbler system that was followed in the local restaurants or small shops. So,
Yeah,
and there is an investigation that is going on
Mala,
as to who
one
is
should one should
responsible.
remember one
Mhm.
should remember this is not a favor. It is a collector's duty, right? Ideally speaking, all these what you are talking about, banning them from entering the temple, the two tumbler system, should not have been happening. Ideally speaking, that should have been prevented long, long, long ago, because it is actually an atrocious act against that oppressed class. You are searching for a word. I use the word inhuman behavior, inhuman treatment to them, right?
Yes.
Allowing them to taking them to the temple is not a favor or a solution to that problem. Taking them to a temple, or ensuring that the government ensures that the people are allowed to go to their temple, is a fundamental right of the community, fundamental right of every individual, and the government should have ensured that the fundamental right is being exercised and then followed. So only after the human defecation or human this one has been mixed with the water, the collector wakes up and then all of a sudden, okay, okay, I'll take you to the temple. Come on, that's not a solution. In my opinion, ideally a CM should have gone and stood with them and then said, look, I am there to support you. That would have actually, see, imagine there's a psychological plight. Okay, you clean the water tank. First of all, why there is a separate water tank for that particular
Exactly.
community?
That
Right?
was my next question, because
Why is
why should
there?
you have, yeah.
So the collector should have demolished that water tank and then connected the water from the common water tank. Isn't that is an untouchability to that core? Even if we are talking about 2023, we are practicing untouchability, and then the government, which claims that they have eradicated all these caste system in Tamil Nadu. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayaka's movement has eradicated all the caste system in Tamil Nadu. We are talking about that it is still, this is still happening. So in 2023, we are just still not in a position to implement the Constitution's fundamental rights to certain set of people. The government should, hang their head in shame. And that is the duty of the collector. And even today, the minister responsible has not gone. Just to the local MLA and then another minister had gone there. Ideally speaking, this is a very, very serious issue where the CM should have gone. Okay, fine, he is too busy. He is probably, his health condition doesn't allow him to travel, but he is traveling everywhere. This is the issue, most important issue in the state. And at least the CM's son, who has been regarded as Udayanidhi Stalin, who is regarded as a next to the CM or a deputy CM, because he has more powers because of the portfolio that is given to him, at least should have gone. He just went to Madurai for the Jallikattu. It is another 1-2 hour drive there. He could have just gone there and then stood by the people and then say, look, I am there. We are there to protect you and then help you.
How do you see the reaction of VCK in this entire matter? They have protested, they have staged their protest in Valur Kotam, and Mr. Tol Thirumavalavan has expressed deep grief that the person responsible is none. No single arrest has been made, and he's really felt bad about it.
See, VCK at least had the guts to stand up. Okay. But no other party had the guts to stand up against the oppressors, right? Not the oppressed class. Because why are they not, acting on? Don't you think that? And government, once again, I'm telling you, is dodging the effort by transferring the case to CBCID, because that's buying time. Do you think that the Pudukkottai district or the local police won't know who has done this? They are the best persons to actually investigate it. By transferring the case to CB, see, if it is a cross-district issue, if it is a cross-border state issue, then transferring to CBCID is a valid reason. But it is a highly localized issue, and the police on the ground actually would be the ideal people to do the investigation. If their hands are not tied, if they are given a free hand, by now they could have arrested, because they are like Annamalai claims, they knew who the perpetrator were. They could have easily arrested. I think the government is not allowing them to do a free hand to handle this. The
Sir, is
second most
BJP,
important, VCK.
is BJP not dealing it very seriously? Or are they not protesting hard in
Yes,
this issue?
yes. That is where I'm coming to. Ideally, BJP has been fighting for so many cases, so many local issues, and then causes. They should have actually gone to Vengaivail and then did a protest, not just a customary. Probably do a protest, continuous protest until the culprits are booked under law. Same thing Tirumavalavan should have done. He is the person, his party is created to stand up for the oppressed class, which is scheduled tribes and scheduled class people. So he is supposed to be there doing the continuous protest, maybe stage a dharna there, and maybe a fast until death, whatever. The serious protest has to be. What he did in Vallur Kotam is a customary one. Yeah, I also did a protest, I just put a tick mark, right? Ideally speaking, he should have gone to Vengaivail and then remained there until the action is completed. If you are serious about taking action, if you are serious about the people who have been insulted, inhumanly insulted, imagine the psychological pressure. Whenever they drink the water, this is what is going to come to their mind.
Sir, exactly. How do you see that cleaning process has been initiated for this? Don't you think it should be a replacement to them, a new pipeline
Exactly. That,
system,
that is why
new
that is why I
tanks?
said the collector has not taken an action at all. By taking them to temple is not the issue. Should demolish the tank specifically meant for this community, and then relay the entire water line from the common community tank to these people. Then these perpetrators, would they even dare to go and mix up the human waste to that common tank? They
Yeah,
wouldn't, right?
it will be that it will be coming to their own houses. Yeah,
Exactly. So
and that
because you
will.
have divided that, and imagine 70 years of that 55 years that Dravidian movement has ruled the state, and this still exists. Forget about two tumbler system. That is at least probably it may not come out. Two water tank system. How can a government allow it?
Sir, it's happening in. It's not just happening in. I'm not justifying it in any way, sir. But it's not the. It's Tamil Nadu is not the only state where it's happening. It's happening
No, I'm
even in
saying it's a wake
all the
up call,
states.
madam. It's a wake
Yeah,
up call.
it is
People
definitely.
just people just abuse Brahmins as if they are the one who are doing practicing untouchability. They stay on their own. I'm just talking because I'm not Brahmin. I'm just saying the most forward thinking actions have always come from the Brahmins, but the blame goes to them, saying that you only created this
Varnashram.
caste system, you only created this varnashrama dhammam. It's not fact. But imagine if the government cannot stand up for the common people who are the sufferers, and then the kids, they will never be able to drink water at all in their life. Every time they drink, that is what they will come to their mind. So I think this is very, very inhuman, unless otherwise a very strong and stringent action taken on the culprits. I don't think at least justice should be rendered to them, and a wake up call, and then find out where all this is happening, and then rectify that. Right? I think this is highly inhuman, behavior of other communities, and then it's insulting treatment to this oppressed class. I'm really, really feeling sorry for them.